Okay, here's going to be my silly little unboxing video, which will probably fail tremendously. Aha! And the first step is flip it over. And there she be. Got the switch itself. See its little kickstand, vents, another air vent, power, volume, and that looks like where the cartridge goes. Side, this is where the controllers are going to connect. Give you a comparison to the size of a Switch game case, it's pretty close to being the exact same size. Actually, I would say it's maybe a 1/4 of an inch larger. Maybe. It actually kind of looks like it is the exact same size. And I've got my JoyCons. These are the controllers. Pretty interesting little grip. It's got kind of a rubbery feel to it. Yep. Another pretty rubbery kind of texture. Feels pretty good. If you're wondering what the other Switch is, that was the one my brother was supposed to get, and then his fiance got one for him. So I have an extra Switch. Alright, so here's the system itself. You can see it's got a pretty glossy screen. Kickstand, let's see how this works. There's our kickstand. Alright, going back to the box, take this little top piece off, and we've got, this looks like the grip. So this is the standard grip. I've got a charging grip there and a Pro controller there. Here's my 2 amiibos. And of course the big thing, the Breath of the Wild. Get a little sight of that. It's a pretty nice box art. This is for the controllers, so you don't throw them at your TV. This looks like the HDMI cord, power adapter. You can see it's USB-C. Warranty manual. And in here I'm going to use the dock. So I'm actually really already amazed at how small this dock is. To give you another visual comparison, just a little bit larger than the case. Everything seems packed pretty well. We've got some nice protective foams and plastics in here. And there you go. This is the back side of the dock. Front, very nice matte plastic so it won't get all terrible. All fingerprinted. Not quite certain how I'm going to work with this yet. I'm guessing this just clicks off. Yep, just lift it up. Pretty easy. And that's where the power USB port on the back and the HDMI go. Alright. So I already opened my Pro controller last night because I was nice and a Best Buy employee wanted to see what it was like. I offered, he did not ask. And let's see, give me 1 sec to pull this out. Alright, so here's the Pro controller. That helps you compare to the size of my hand or to the system. And when I first held this, I actually really like it. It's got some nice kind of rubbery sticks. It also comes with a USB cable. Very exciting. Okay. These are the red and blue JoyCons that you buy separately. As a side note, I was playing with this kickstand a little and it feels pretty sturdy to me, so I don't know what people online are talking about. I mean, I think if you are going to work to knock it over, you'll knock it over, but it's not going to just fall over on its own or anything. The fun part about these boxes is actually getting them to open when you want them to. There's Mr. Blue. There's red. And 2 more straps so I don't throw them at my TV. This is the charging grip, which is probably the biggest ripoff of everything. This one here, you got another USB cable. And the thing I like so far, these are all USB-Cs, which is nice. And here's the actual charging grip. As far as differences, charging here, standard one here, they look pretty freaking similar. The charging grip is translucent. You can see through that. This one is, I think, yeah, more solid on the sides. This has a little bit more heft to it, but not much. This weighs probably 3 or 4 ounces more. That's that. That's all my crap. Let's go get it turned on. This is the part where my Switch will explode and I will cry. Very excited. Nice little satisfying click sound. Did you hear that, Emily?
What?
It has that nice satisfying click sound when you when you click the controllers in. Here's number 2.
Are you videoing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's alright. And you get a nice little click when you boot. Alright, and we're at setup. I guess I'll say I'm in the Americas. I'll accept whatever it's wanting me to accept. Looking for networks. Ah, this part you can't watch. Going back to connecting to the internets. Looks like we're doing good so far. Nice little successful connection. Time zone. I will connect to a TV later. The release button is right here. A little black dot. Alright, well, I'm going to sit down and get this set up. I'm sure the rest of this isn't too exciting. And we'll go from there. Alright, so I've been setting most of the things up. Here's a real quick look at the inside of the Switch case for Zelda. Pretty cool. Alright, so here you can see my man cave with lots of systems. To give you an idea of how big the Switch is, here's its dock. It fits easily on top of my speaker. And here's a Wii U gamepad, which would cover the whole thing up. So it's smaller than that by quite a bit. There's a Vive. Be jealous. I know you are. Alright, and I've got my controllers charging through my seats because why not? Alright, so I got it all set up initially. Here is the cartridge for Zelda. See, it's pretty tiny. And so this kind of lifts up. I may end up moving this because I don't want it to fall and explode. Your cartridge, and looks like it's pretty straightforward. Clicks in, close that, and there we go. It's now switched over to this. Alright, and here we are on TV. I downloaded the update. That took very little time. You can see it charging. I don't really know how these controllers work, so let's see. I'm going to work on getting this synced up because I'm sure it's a little bit of a process, and we'll go from there. So it turns out it was actually really easy to pair the controllers. All I had to do was plug them in using the USB ports inside of the dock, which you probably won't be able to see in this, but they're right here. And they basically instantly synced up. It gave me a little message up here. So that was by far the easiest I've had with any of these new systems. That's that. That's up and running. I will post pictures later. And if you actually watch this, I'm amazed, but thanks.